Welcome back. No, no Torn today. Technical difficulties.
Yeah,
Why
I
am I
don't know
the
what's
only
been
one
going on, but
watching?
George's connection has been kind of trash today. Even my phone has been kind of.
I can do extremely an abridged version. Yeah.
Every detail.
We did stuff.
So, Hira had a mental
Smooth
breakdown the night before. She was struggling with Tadriel being all up in her mind. Drum tried to help her out. Torn tried to help her out the morning or the afternoon before that. We all decide to shop around the Red Larch area before we head out. We head out.
After being woken up by an army.
Yeah, we head out to follow an army of what turns out to be a water-deep army that's heading south. Yes, heading south towards I forgot the name of the place. A farmstead type thing.
They're
Homestead.
Ironford.
Yeah. Come to find out, in the month that we were gone, there's some evil afoot, as we were not around to keep evil in check. So they're heading down to prevent that evil from happening because there's supposed to be a big battle. We decide to, on the way down, basically check in at our air cult friends. And so we get there, and our air cult friends are nowhere to be found. We checked all the way up to the top of the tower, and then we came down all the way to the basement of said tower. And I think that's where we left off.
Mm-hmm.
We found some bad people, right? Didn't we start like right at the beginning of a battle? Did we end at the beginning of a battle?
So anyway, I start blasting.
There I was blasting.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here.
Tin, 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 tin. don't see anything, by the way.
I think everybody's in range of a +5 from me.
Oh, well, like, Wub's gone. I was gonna say, if it requires a strength save from everybody, Wub's gone. He's fucking no.
It's a
Is
strength
dead.
save, not
Is this
a.
considered a trap? Because if so, we have advantage on that.
There you go. Just as
We
trap.
only have just resist traps, and normally I take that as just regular traps, unfortunately. Normally, because 5e and 3.5 are both very specific with magical or non-magical normally.
It doesn't say specific. It just says saving throws made to avoid or resist traps.
I think that just
There you
encompasses all traps.
Heh.
Well, that's an 11 for a drum and a 14 for Wub. Wow.
So have we decided that it's a trap or no?
No, just roll.
No.
Well,
I
everybody
see.
gets a +5, but that doesn't seem to
It
help.
doesn't help. It does not help.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Nimbus hasn't caught up yet.
So I got a 26.
Mm-hmm.
What you're looking for is bonus level. We'll just go ahead and do our own. That wind was so strong that we were advanced. We got pushed to the next level.
My +5 is already calculated in there, so 16 is really my number.
Could I, as an action, activate my gathered swarm to give me their flight speed of 10 feet? To kind of cushion the blow? I know I'm not going to be able to fight the current at that speed, but... Or, sorry, I think it's, what is it called? Writhing Tide. It's a bonus action, so... Whew.
I'll just take the damage. I don't want to waste my wings. It's a pretty big boost to DPS.
Not saying it's
I
worth it
will
now,
just tell you,
guys.
meta-wise, I feel like that was kind of just a free use of your wings. It's not going to take any uses or anything, since the DM implied the rule, or... Okay. Okay.
Just a reminder,
I
not
didn't.
saying it's worth it now, but we do have 3 charges of lucky that you can re-roll if you wanted to.
It's fine. I've got tons of health. I'll be fine.
Last words Hero ever said.
Whoa!
Oof.
I'm good.
DiMaggio.
All dead. You see Agnar Gunoff walk up, tall, lengthy elf. He said, "Ha ha ha." Which door is the one that's open?
Here's gonna help Wub up, and she's gonna give him 11 points of healing. Oh, well, she does so. She's gonna keep holding Wub's hand so he doesn't fly away again.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna hold on to you tightly. He does not want this to happen again.
Oh damn! I just realized that my mic was muted for that entire thing on stream.
Oh,
Whoopsies.
Yep, whoopsies.
we can take it from the top. You're about to give us a level?
No. I was not about to give you a level.
It was worth a try, dang it.
It was.
Yes, he was
But-
about to give us 2.
but
Benevolent DM.
basically to kind of recreate it just a little bit, they had just opened a locked door that began emanating a blue and white glow and hum, and it caused the door to fly open in a large gust of wind, pushing or come through the room, and that pushed Wub and Hira back, and almost basically strangled the rest of the party standing in the room. But now standing as the wind subsides is a full suit of armor, vacant of any kind of physical form inside of it. But it seems like the wind has coalesced and spinning in the same area to keep this suit of armor up. And just so my players can see what we're looking at, and for us too,
Do any of the rest of us get pushed back?
you succeeded in the save.
Oh, I definitely didn't.
Well, then you would have flown back, and you would have taken, depending on if you chose to take an athlete or acrobatics check, or if you just chose to take the damage, you can half that 30 damage.
Oh yeah, Drum had 11.
Yeah, I had 11. I would have probably
Wait,
hit.
could I have made an acrobatics check then? Or was that only if I used my wings?
That would have been the requirement, yes, using something to cause you to or stop falling, which
Okay.
I would have done said the same for a drum. So it's up to you. Do you want to use your wings and perform acrobatics, or do you want to fly?
Would I have went back this way?
Uh-huh.
Back into this cylinder thing.
Back this way.
I'll take the 30. Here, you never gave a rousing speech before we left, right?
I forgot to. I thought maybe it would be considered the talk we had in the morning. But where you guys told me not to leave. Pretty inspiring. But we slept since then, so I don't think that would count.
All right. Well, as this armor kind of just stands in the doorway,
How much damage did a drum take?
30.
30.
Okay. I will heal you back 30 instead of myself. And then I'll heal myself back up 21, and that's my entire healing hands pool.
Let's move over. Let's move over to the map.
You have to
But
touch
yeah.
me for that?
Yeah, I'm gonna drag Wub over to help you up.
Do we have time for all that? And what just happened?
Well, at this point, although you did bust in the door, and normally when you spring traps, you know, things go haywire, right? Well, this suit of armor is just kind of standing with his the point of his blade is down, resting on the floor, and he's got his shield on his arm.
And he's not making any aggressive movement towards us or anything. He's just chilling there.
He's just standing.
Is the wind still blowing, or was it just like a gust of wind from?
You do hear a howl of wind, yes, as it's ripping around the entire spire. I mean, but it's also not as, or it's louder than it was, or as loud as it was up at the pinnacle, basically.
Now that some time has passed, could I possibly cast this spell where the armor is standing? Essentially cause a column of air?
You can certainly try if you would like to.
Nice.
You know, it's always bad when the DM says you can try.
I think
Yep.
that to me that means more of I'm not sure if it'll work, but I'm excited
Ooh.
to see what might happen.
All right.
Sure, that's how Kyle works.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. I can do that. So, well, please describe how you cast the spell and what happens? And let me see. 15-foot wall. Do we have? I have that token for that, don't I? Where is it? Go ahead
You
and
got those tokens. But, essentially, angry at being blown away so easily, Wub is going to focus a lot of the natural energies that he's been learning to coalesce within him, and he's going to turn the winds around on the creature and force a column of air to shoot the creature up and hit the ceiling, essentially. And then, yeah. Just because I can kind of control the size of the wall, so I'm just, like, the square that he's standing in, you know what I'm saying? But it does follow all the same rules still.
so as you begin casting this spell, the walls are not as straight as it looks out on the template, but they kind of arc and bend around the circular room that you're in, and it starts again. It becomes loud enough that you're basically having to shout in order to have any kind of conversation. But you do see that this suit of armor is still standing poised in his room, and with the immense amount of wind pushing up against him, you do see like a small his shoulder pad kind of fly off, but as it careens out of the room, snaps back into place.
Maybe
Interesting.
we should just go back upstairs.
Does the door open in or out?
It by this point, with all the wind with Wub's spell, the door has broken and flown off. And this is where I'll need an initiative, because having been damaged, this suit of armor is now pulling his sword up out of the ground and taking a poised defensive stance, and clanging his sword up on his shield. Let's see. All right.
Drom's gonna pull himself back up with Hira's help. I was a little rude.
Yeah, let's go first. Good. Okay.
I guess I could have used my wings. I didn't realize we were gonna fight anything.
Always unexpect the expected.
Whoa,
That's not good English.
That's the way you say it.
that's the
That's
way.
very much good English.
The bestest.
So,
The
now
goodest.
with that spell, the point you choose, you make it 10 foot high and 1 foot thick. You shape any wall as long as you choose to make it continuous along the ground. The wall lasts for the duration. When the wall appears within its area, okay. Strong fog. Outdoors, creatures. All right, so Hero's up first with this. What would you like to do?
Can I strike it through the wind wall, or would that rip my halberd from my hands?
You can.
Oh, you're good. It's just like small ammunition that it fucks with.
Okay. Well, I can reach it from here.
It doesn't fuck
right?
with like people or melee.
Can I reach him from here, or do I need to step forward?
Are you 10 feet?
Yeah.
You've got 10 feet reach.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's time to try out this new weapon.
What new weapon? What does it look like? Where did it come from? There was zero explanation about this weapon.
There was a little bit actually. Remember, because I broke it and I was in it, but then I like reached back and it was like there.
So, the 20 hits, the 18 does not.
Damn.
And so,
Right.
let me, hold on. 2 back. There we go. That way I can actually move the tokens. And
That one breaks your halberd again.
that is
It's just a button.
13 piercing, which is
You broke the butt.
6. And then radiant damage. What are you resistant to?
Yeah, Tom, you're not on the initiative order.
Just roll again and edit your thing.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't notice his didn't go through, but he's got a 13.
Because you didn't select this token.
How did
You gotta
get
select
a
your
10?
token, Boris.
John, how did you get
Man.
a 10? You rolled less than I did.
No. I rolled it. It didn't count, and I re-rolled, and it was
Oh.
lower. and I
You gotta edit
readjusted.
that, buddy.
To negative 13.
Brah.
I don't even know how to edit my shit. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, as you reach through with your halberd and give it a good jab, for the first strike, you are able to slide the point of your halberd in past its shield and kind of pierce, or in the small little gap between its breastplate. With your,
Stab it in the titties.
basically, more like in the stomach.
Kitties.
With the second swing, you pull back and arc kind of wide, and he's able to bring up his shield and deflect it with the nat 1. From that deflection, he kind of pushes off with his shield, and it swings your halberd back, and the point of it kind of gets stuck in one of the crates to the side of the door. But you're able to quickly, yank it out. It wasn't a very thick crate. But that brings us to big boy
What,
here.
this piece of shit goes before me? No way his dex is higher than mine. I'm fucking Wubba Lubba Kenai.
You actually are exactly right. So there you go.
Oh, I was about.
It was you were on there first, but whenever I had to add Boris in there, it changed it for some reason.
I got a little scared. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, yo, if this dude's dex is higher than mine, I might just leave. Fuck this. I got kids. But shit.
Sad thing is, you actually do in this campaign.
Right. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to stop concentrating on the wind wall.
Okay.
Because that is that is a huge hindrance to my basic form of attack.
All right, so that drops away.
But as a bonus action, I am going to apply my hunter's mark to piece of shit number 1.
Okay.
And then
He is marked.
I think we all know what's gonna happen here. I'm gonna start blasting. Does a 25 hit?
A 25 hits.
How does that work with your wind wall? Or did you say cancel that?
Yeah, he dropped it.
I just stopped concentrating on it.
Sorry.
Which saves some of us melee.
Well, for you guys in melee, it doesn't fuck with you. It just fucks with like all range shit and gaseous stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They really dumbed wind wall down. It's way better in 3.5 in my opinion. Where the fuck is my D10? Son of a bitch. There it is.
Oh
I
shit!
got
I
it.
didn't narrow that. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
That's gonna be I believe that is 5 psychic.
Okay.
Sure. Yes, psychic. On top of the 15 piercing.
All right.
And then, so yeah, that'll be 19 piercing, and then the 5 psychic. This is still the only enemy I can see anywhere around us, correct?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So yeah, shot number 2. Fuck this guy. Oh,
35 does not hit.
I was tempted to be that dick that's just like does a 30.
But yeah, roll me some damage.
I don't know why I didn't roll. Let me. Okay, that one worked. We'll take that. It literally didn't even roll on D&D Beyond the first time. Weird. Cool, and that's gonna be 2 of the necrotic lightning damage.
Okay.
That was the 5.
All right.
And then screw it, I'll use it. I'm gonna hit him with my hunter's mark and my gathered swarm, since he's the only guy I see around me.
Okay. And what kind of damage does the gathered swarm do? Piercing?
Yes.
All right. Oh.
Wait, sorry. Actually, scratch that second D4. I forgot. My gathered swarm does a D8 now, because I'm level 11.
Okay. So it's
Really is having a laughing.
Damn it! I should have taken the 4. I hate this game.
Are you okay over there,
You
Kaylee?
okay?
I can't stop looking at that couch.
At the what?
Don't mind me. The gif I posted in Jenner. I'm fucking crying.
Wow.
Oh,
Ugh. That dog is terrified. Okay, so as you and does that end your turn, Wub?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So as you fire off your 2 crossbow bolts, the wind from your wind wall subsides, and the crossbows, the bolts fly with nice precision, but they kind of just graze off.
Magical arrows, by the way, not the infinite quiver.
I got you. And they seem to kind of graze off with a odd like shrill sound as they pass through. And you do see some pretty heavy scratches and grooves cut out of the armor, but nothing actually like pierced through. And whenever you hit with the first strike with a little bit of psychic damage added in, you did hear this sound of like almost like a steam engine or whistling into the air.
You whistle
And-
at me, bitch.
With the second strike, the lightning, as it crackles and flies through the air, it just kind of sparks and sizzles and doesn't have any seems like any lingering effect against this suit of armor. And that is going to bring us to Big Boy. And he's going to step into the now clear room in between our 3 main defenders.
Our buddy.
And he's going to take 2 massive arcing swings, one at Boris and one at Zuya.
Can I get
And-
an attack for opportunity?
Sentinel.
With
Yeah, they're
Sentinel.
attacking. Yeah.
Okay.
It takes a reaction though.
and
Right?
I believe
Yeah.
any costs do that reaction as well.
20 just hits.
18 and 6.
All right, let me mark that down real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna brace because it was moving within reach of a as a reaction.
All right.
To my superiority die had. Does 23 hit?
Well, I still haven't even swung against you 2 yet.
Well, that's my reaction though.
You get that as a reaction?
Yeah, my bonus action, my bonus reaction, or whatever. Yeah. Where was it?
Technically, he would still hit you first before you
Yeah, I was-
react.
Okay, yeah.
Unless your reaction was to try to avoid the attack.
My
you know what I'm
no,
saying?
it's my reaction was a brace.
Yeah.
One of my maneuvers.
And Zuya, you're not in bear or animal form yet, right?
Nope.
Roger.
Okay, yeah. All right, so... All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure I was right on that. Yeah, so as he does swing out at you, you will be able to return strike, and that 20 will hit. And will a 25 hit Boris?
A 25 will hit for us.
Okay, and then a 24 against Zuya.
That'll hit.
All right. So he's going to come out and make the 2 large sweeping strikes against Boris and Zuya. That's going to be 19 for Boris, slashing, and then 20 for Zuya. and then it's going to take a step back, bring up its shield, and then charge at Hira with its shield out. And that's going to be 22 to hit.
That does not hit.
Nice. All right. So as he kind of like you can seeing him attack your two party members and then brace, you are able to kind of figure out that he's coming right at you, and you are able to step out of the way as he lunges at you with your shield or with its shield. And then that brings us as it after it lunges, it kind of takes a step back and brings up that shield to protect itself. And as you guys are now standing around it and super close, it's that howling and the whistling of the wind from the room behind you now seems like as if it's coming from inside of this suit of armor that's and it's flying or moving past all of the chain link. And Boris.
I know he's in close proximity. Can I see a 10-foot radius here on the screen and drag it so it's not hitting any of us, and have that be the central point of where I am going to do a thing?
A radius?
A 10-foot radius.
You'd be aiming for the wall?
I'd be aiming for the area behind him.
So you'd have to be aiming for the room behind him.
Yeah. He's still gonna take damage though, don't worry.
That's how big a 10-foot radius.
Yeah.
Flip it forward a little. Like
There?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty much.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
I know I'm Boris the Butcher, but today I'm gonna be Boris the Breaker. You're gonna have to make a Constitution 17 save. At a disadvantage because that's made out of metal or stone or a crystal or metal.
Okay.
And then you're gonna take. Let's see if that goes through.
DC was what, 17?
17. That's not a whole lot of damage at all.
He just barely misses it.
Oh,
That's right,
well,
buddy.
the damage. That's a really shitty. What the fuck?
It happens. Welcome to Shatter's life. It pays when you're doing it more as like an AoE type spell, so it's 4 things or 5 things in there that they failed and it's 8 damage.
Damn.
It's all right. It's all right. It looked probably super cool,
It looks super cool. I guess that's my fucking turn.
especially the fact that
Fuck, I'm so pissed. I'm on
100%
something
Adram
stupid.
would be looking straight at Boris and she'd be like, what was that? Because we ain't never seen you do no spells before.
Shadow's actually a surprisingly good spell, honestly.
All right. So as you pull Iron Fang off of your back, and you kind of point it at this creature, hoist it up, and slam it down into the space in front of him, and you hear this loud crack of lightning from above, and it rockets through and destroys part of the ceiling above you, and also the stone underneath begins to quake and break. However, as the thunder makes contact with this suit of armor, you see it sizzle and crackle through it and disperse through the ground underneath it. However, it does take. You see, there's dents and everything on the bottom of its boots and on its ankle guards from where the floor has lifted and crushed around its feet. Okay. And Boris, what would you, or you've had, you want to use a bonus action or anything?
There's no point in grappling it. I can't quick toss it. Cause I'm gonna be in a second wind. If I'm hurting.
How bad are you hurting?
I needed that.
I needed this.
All right. So using your second wind in that end your turn.
Yeah.
All right. Adram.
So as all this goes down, and you see this suit of armor charge Kira, she kind of dodges or whatever. Drum's going to reach up to that pendant that's around his neck, and he's going to ask for Lathander's help and guidance. And he's going to speak his prayer of rebirth and renewal for his friends. And you're going to see the pendant actually enlarge, and it actually turns into a shield that is now being held by a drum. Just a giant version of the pendant.
Whoa.
His medallion took a Viagra.
It's gonna do that.
Yeah, it did that. And you see it in all of its splendor.
He's peacock.
Yeah. And he's gonna kind of be shocked a bit because he didn't expect that to really happen. He was just praying and holding the holy symbol, but it is
And
now
very,
a shield.
very, very fine print on part of the shield. It actually says just the tip.
Oh,
Aw.
whoa.
And with that, although everyone used their reactions, although Boris is getting theirs back, a drum is going to cast haste with a twinned spell using 3 sorcery points.
Okay.
He's going to haste Hira and Boris. Boris can immediately feel invigorated and use his reaction that he got back, if he would like to, through his voice of authority, to make a weapon attack
Oh, shit.
against this bad guy.
Yep. Because you do get your reaction back at the beginning of a turn.
Yep. And then
A 32 is going to hit.
Whoa.
Okay.
Do I actually roll the extra d8 like thunder damage, or is that factored in? I'm kind of confused. Or is that just admin?
It looks like it's factored in there.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's factored in.
And then, so who took damage? It was Boris, Hira, and Zuya.
No, just Boris and Zuya.
The only damage I took was being
No, no.
thrown into a wall.
Oh, gotcha.
And Boris healed from his second win.
I healed myself.
Oh, and wait a minute.
Mostly.
It's not adding. That's just rolling the d6s for the damage of the Iron Fang. One of them was a 1, and with my 2-hit mastery, I can technically reroll the 1.
No, the thunder was rolling 3d8,
Is the thunder?
and then it re-rolled one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would. I thought the thunder
Yeah.
would be if I. Oh, it did reroll.
Yeah, it re-rolled the 2 and got a 6.
Oh, and that. I'm so confused. I'm sorry, man.
You're good. And once again, as you swing and you strike with the Iron Fang, as the energy is crackling off of it, you notice as the blade does cleave a nice chunk out of its armor, and graze off of the top of the shield a little bit. But as the surge of electricity jumps and arcs into the suit of armor, it just quickly just hops down its body and goes straight into the floor.
And Do I technically get 2 attacks because I do 2 attacks per action?
The reaction attack.
Reaction.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just a reaction attack?
Yep. And
Okay.
then,
I thought it
so that
If only.
both Hira and Boris are hasted for their, as long as they keep concentration up.
Mm-hmm.
Then, so that took 3 sorcery points.
If I got that many attacks on a reaction, I'd be running a fucking rogue.
And then,
There's a feat that rogues can take that actually gives them just as many attacks of opportunity as their dex modifier every turn.
Jeez.
Oh,
Go
I'm playing.
ahead,
I'm playing.
go-
I am
Go
playing
ahead,
rogue
cast a
next.
spell. Go ahead, cast a spell. Oh, you done? Go ahead, cast another. Go ahead.
and then a drum's gonna step up, and out of the Hira and Zuya, who looks the most hurt?
It would it would be Zuya at this point. There's a huge gash in his leather armor in the front of it from where the blade cleaved into him.
All right. So you're gonna see the drum hold up a hand, and you're gonna see a healing word be cast as a bonus act,
Okay.
which will also, if you wanted to, trigger a reaction attack. And since I'm within 5 feet of him, it's max healing. So I'm just clicking it anyways, but
Whoa.
it's actually 10
You're
heal.
10 feet away from that guy. Or no,
Oh.
Zuya.
Zuya, yes.
My bad.
How dare you? No,
No,
so
I can't see you. So I had to like go on your token, and then I saw you. It's like, oh, you're right behind Zuya. My bad.
yeah. Although I rolled really well, it's just max. So it's 10 healing back, and he triggers the voice of authority to trigger it another reaction attack if you'd like to take it.
Ooh.
Although I know he's not in bear form, but
Oh, so I get to.
Mm-hmm.
What?
whatever weapon you
I-
have.
His
I get
voice of
to
authority
attack
allows
him.
you to basically take a reactionary attack right now for basically
Oh,
no
okay.
reason.
Yeah, I'll link it. Sorry.
I actually.
It's actually a voice of
technically, I
authority
get
is
to-
super sick for 5e.
I have my shapeshifting claws right now.
Yeah, so you could make an unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Wait, would I have gotten to do that then, or is
You
it because I
used your
already?
reaction when he showed up.
Right.
Mhm.
Boris got his back because of
It
his
began.
turn was up.
Yeah, very close.
Yeah,
18
that-
just
that-
misses.
Yeah. Shit.
And
I thought
he
you
could
weren't
have
a
used
bear
it on
yet.
me at some point, but as he knows out of character that it serves me no purpose.
Those are
'cause
claws that I
can't
have on my
reaction shoot.
hands.
Mm.
Those are claws I have on my hands.
Ooh, that's cool. That's super cool.
Yeah, I wanted to give him a little options. All right, so and that is going to bring it, that was your action and your bonus action, and you used a little bit of movement. You still got some more movement. Do you want to use that, Adram?
Let's say.
When's he
I'll
getting his new portrait?
Order domain cleric now? Sick.
Montreal has taken the mantle of Lathander.
Nice.
And that is, that'll be it, Kyle.
Okay. Oh shit! I knew I forgot to make him a new token. Whoopsies.
Was it for 5e? I've got to say my favorite domains have to be, I think it's order, time, and I think the third one was just like general knowledge for like spellcasting basic domain. Those 3 domains are fucking insane.
All right. Zuya, what do we want to do, sir?
I am shifting to bear as my bonus action,
Rar.
and I'm going to slap the shit out of this thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, sorry. Right, it's not. It's just a little bit more healing. I have to roll.
You liar.
That's 6 more healing for you, Zuya.
Okay,
I don't know if you need it or not, but
I do.
okay.
I do now.
Okay, I'm going to do my standard multi-attack as my big bear.
Okay.
Going to claw his face off.
Oh, we're not. And technically, that's 2 more because it's a 9
Instead of
and
a.
a 7.
Mm-hmm. So the 21 and the 8,
A
or
bite.
yeah, the bite and 1 claw attack will hit.
Yep, figures.
Okay, so his AC is like a 19 or 20.
It's
This
a
is
20.
not. This is not.
Yeah, I think
awesome.
it's a 20.
I think so too, but this is not awesome.
Everything is awesome.
Hey Kyle, I'm gonna have
Uh-huh.
to ask you to fucking chill. Okay.
Well,
So
in Kyle's
28.
defense, we are pretty
So
beefy
28
now.
damage.
Okay. 28 piercing and
We're pretty
slashing.
beefy. I'm 3 feet tall. All right.
So as you take your swipe and your bite at this creature, it raises its shield for the third claw, which it easily, or it deflects it. But you still manage to scar up the armor and dent the armor in certain areas. However, it still seems to be holding out pretty well. And with you being so close to it with your um with you being so close to it with your bite attack, you're able to see a faint hue emanating from above the armor. Almost bluish or a light blue in color, but it's so faint and so thin that, the only way you were able to see it is from being so close. And that brings us to a hasted and gyrating Hera. So you were hasted, so that means you get double speed, an extra attack action, and what's the other one? +2 to your AC, and advantage to dexterity saving throws. Okay, so yeah. So basically, you're going to be making 4 of your base attacks, and then 1 of your bonus action attack.
I hope everyone enjoys their
Woohoo!
superpowers now.
Okay, so let's do some math here.
Math.
I mean math.
Let's not.
So the 25 will hit, the 24 will hit.
Party.
And
Mama
Boris
said no, let's not do math.
and Hera, make sure you add that extra AC point as well.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen
you
here,
can-
Ed, don't kink shame me.
I'm not king shaming you. I just said Mama said don't do math.
You get 2 extra AC, Boris, and
Okay.
your speed is doubled.
Mm-hmm.
As well.
So, Hera, you take 4 massive swings at this suit of armor, and you are able to connect with 2 of your strikes. The other 2, he kind of blocks with his sword and shield. And as you make contact with this suit of armor, the normal like slicing and tearing of any flesh or armor that you've dealt with before is kind of, it's not carving it as deeply as you're accustomed to, but as that radiant damage from your weapon kind of bursts out from each strike, you see small scorch marks showing up all over across its armor. And that'll bring us to We Believe a Kenai.
All right. Well, pretty much all my spells are still concentration, so I'm just gonna keep my hunter's mark on them, and I'm gonna start blasting.
Yeah, buddy.
29 hits.
Oh, I actually got the 10. That's gonna be the okay. I don't know. Why does it not roll the damage with it all the time?
It depends on where you click it. If you click on the actual name of the weapon in D&D Beyond, it'll send all of it.
Okay, so if I actually like click on it and then click Beyond 20 thing,
Mm-hmm.
then it'll roll the whole thing. That's weird. But okay, it still rolled a 29, but I just needed the damage.
Yeah. So
I got
15.
10, so that is the... Oh shit, what does that say?
Gathered swarm?
It does my
Yes,
gathered
gathered.
swarm damage?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and with more insects. Bitch.
I don't understand. I didn't realize that was part of the crossbow.
I didn't either. I thought thunder was the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, thunder is the last one.
Okay, yeah, I
Why
don't
is
know why there's an
gathered
11
swarm on
gathered swarm.
here?
I guess it's just
I don't know.
automatically adding my gathered... Whatever. Ignore that too. But I got 1 thunder damage.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it is. It's rolling the 1d8.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why, because I could just choose not to roll it on this enemy and use it on a... You know what I mean? That's wild.
Huh.
Yeah, if you hover over the 2, it says rolling 1d8 equals.
Nice. I like that, though. Pretty nifty. Okay.
Oof, I got a 1 with that.
Storm's gathering, Annie.
I'm going to use my piercer feat, and I'm going to re-roll that piercing damage to a 4.
Okay.
So that is 19 piercing damage and the 1 thunder.
All right.
And then attack number 2. Hey, hey.
33.
For the
Definitely
monkeys.
hits.
Anyone catch that? No? Okay.
What?
I don't know.
Didn't hear a word you said.
Hi, banana.
And that's going to be 6 acid damage.
Ah.
Crowler,
Attached to that
Crowler
one.
said, hey, hey, and I said, we're the monkeys.
Well,
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Okay.
But just did
through.
6 ass damage.
Mm.
Oh, nope. Ignore the second 2. Oh, no, hey, it did update. Cool. I forgot I updated my, the bind for it. Sick.
Okay.
So we'll roll a d6 and a d8. So that's 13, 15. Shit, damn.
All right.
I should have like 32 piercing, and then there's the 1 thunder and 6 acid in total.
All right. So with your bolts flying in and dummy is my other account. I'm using that for kind of to see through
that's
your
the
eyes,
next account.
Oh.
Yeah. So firing off your 2 bolts, they do make contact, and they leave little dents inside the armor, or little chinks inside the armor. And as the thunder energy flows through the armor, it just goes straight through to the ground, and then the second bolt, as it splatters out in a spray of acid, it slides down the armor as it normally would, but even though you hear the sizzling of the acid being or tearing things away, but it only seems to be stripping away paint, the decorative paint on this armor. And so that's going to bring us back to the Helmed Horror. Seeing as it's being kind of cornered into this one doorway, it's going to pull its shield up in front of itself and bring its blade all the way back behind it, and then begin, or in a one massive strike, go against the 3 of you standing in front of him. And bringing his and after swinging across himself, he brings his blade up into the sky, and you see almost like a small tornado coalescing around the tip of its blade. And as he brings it down in the space between the 3 of you, it explodes out in a massive boom of wind. So I need the 4 of you standing up in front to make strength saves to resist being pushed away, and I will start rolling to see if the original strike hit you. So starting with Zuya.
+5s to all you guys standing next to me.
25, Zuya.
Yep.
Looks like everyone should give their +5 to a drum.
Is that a spell or is that a legendary?
It is a legendary.
Oh,
Is
shoot,
that
okay, of
+5
course it is.
Kira just one time, or is it just a blanket
Blanket.
aura?
It's just a blanket aura.
Yeah.
For any
all
for any
saves?
any
Mhm.
save made within 10 feet of me, you'll get a
Yeah.
+5.
Paladin auras are sick.
And once I get to level, like, I want to say 18, it'll expand to 30-foot range.
Yeah.
I don't
How
want to
much
spoil
damage
it
are you doing?
to min max any paladins and you guys' Rise of the Rune Lords, but ask Kyle about how I ran my auras. Auras are sick.
How much damage are you doing?
So let me get through all of it first. We have 34 to Hira.
Oof.
That's.
To make the save.
Let me get through the damage first. And then a 30 to Boris.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, so the 3 of you do get hit. And that is going to be...
You don't get hit, Drum.
Let's see. Uh, 22 points to Zuya. Where was I? 11 points to Hira. Ooh. And 24 points to Boris.
Does that have?
No, that's all just the weapon damage from it swinging the first time.
What was the save for?
The save for was whenever he slammed his blade down with that to resist being thrown back. Because after he made the large arc cutting the 3 of you, he brought his blade up into the sky, slammed it down as this like tempest begins coalescing in it or on the tip of it, and then it bursts outward.
So basically,
And so-
slapped them all and then pulled a Gandalf, "You shall not pass."
It was
the DC, Kyle?
the
But
DC
Drum, you
is
didn't have
a
to do it.
no. It
You
was
said 4.
yeah. It's the
Yeah.
a drum is
Oh,
close
I
enough.
thought
Next
he
one
said
had
us
to.
3 in the front were the
You
only
3
ones
were
who-
getting hit, but us 4 had to
Right.
the saves.
Corner
So what was the DC?
conveniently out of the way.
Let's see. And the DC for it was 19.
So
So
I get blasted back.
Drum's the only one who gets
and
blasted.
Boris gets blasted back as well. Oh wait,
He gets plus-
Oh,
+5 because of your aura. Yeah. So
So-
the 3 of you are good. Drum, you get
How far do I go back?
to the wall, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. And so that's an additional 10 damage as you're slung and smacked into the wall.
All right, so I got my Constitution save as well, so they're still
Since he
hasted.
attacked
Yep.
since he attacked somebody who wasn't me.
It's not a direct attack.
Okay.
So you said
The
20
first,
damage
the
or
first
10
Mhm.
one
damage?
was. The first one was an attack that wasn't you.
It was still not a direct attack. It was a large overarching
Oh,
attack.
it was a sweeping attack, yeah.
Yeah. Benefits of cleave. All right. And after that, he's going to take or bring his shield up again as in a defensive posture, bringing us back to Boris.
well, like I just said, I realize magic is not my forte, so I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. I get 3 attacks per action now, and
Because of your haste, yes.
no, because of my haste, I get 4, right?
Yep.
Or did that factor it? Okay, cool. So I get 4 actions. So I'm gonna roll 4 times. See if these hit.
Get
Yeah.
hunting there, Boris, my friend.
Guys, remember what I said in that meme the other day. Remember 12 attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A hasted human fighter is nothing to be fucking laugh at.
Oh, hey,
All-
take an action surge too.
Yeah.
Oh my
Do that
god.
after.
Okay.
Do that after.
No, that's one of those things I would just go ahead and fucking run it.
Well,
Hey, those 5 hit. Those 5 all hit, right?
Action surge gives you another attack action, so therefore you get another 2
Yeah,
more
you-
attacks.
2 more attacks.
What the fuck?
At this
Wow.
level, you get 3 attacks.
Yes, he has 3 attacks.
As a fighter, yeah. That's why I was saying fighters aren't meant to do a
Does the
ton
haste-
of damage.
does
They're
the
meant to
haste
just
give me
show
an
out attack.
God.
Does that
I-
extra haste factor in with my
I
extra?
don't think it
attacks
does.
No.
I'll double check.
It does not.
That would be amazing if it did.
So,
Think of fighters as like a submachine gun in D&D. They're not meant to do a ton of damage, but they're gonna throw out a ton of attacks in a very short time. And
So-
if they hit,
I
they're
don't
gonna
know.
fucking
He does
hurt.
a lot of damage with Iron Fang.
I'm thinking
26
what-
It's an overall thing.
20
That was a crit.
yeah, 26 hits, 28 hits, 30 hits, 23 hits, 24 hits. The 19 does not hit. And the second one is
I'm gonna use one of my luck.
Crit.
I'm gonna use one of my luckies and re-roll the 19.
The 19 just cuz. Fuck you, Kyle.
Guys, I know we're having fun, but this is not going to bode well for us because we're
you're going
kinda
to
Power
piss off your
Rangers
DM.
yeah. So now we're gonna be going up
Alright,
against
well,
some
that one doesn't
bullet
hit.
sponges.
Okay.
A small goblin comes out of the corner.
So
He
6
has
of those hit, yeah.
4,200 HP.
6 of them do hit, yes, and one of them is a crit. So, and the way we're doing crits now is your first die on the crit is max value, and then the second die is additional. So, like if your weapon attack is 1d8 and you crit, then you get 8 automatically.
So let's say this one's 2d6 plus 1d8 plus 11. But that's all in there. Yeah. Could do that one. Actually, I would do this one because this was the one that crit. Yeah, it's the same.
Now, you need to make sure to be rolling because it's not going to factor in your crit if you roll the damage separately from the weapon. Like, so that's what I was telling Wub. You need to click the name of the weapon, and it will send it all through.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
click, and you can do crit on the damage.
Okay.
Say,
Cool.
If you actually, I was trying to remember how.
Yeah, instead of
click
using like the
to
shift and all that, it gets all yucky. But if you right click on the
My re-
damage, it should say
Oh,
send to everyone self dungeon
damage.
matter and then roll as
Okay.
crit damage. Should
yeah, I'm gonna roll this one as crit damage.
Okay.
There you go.
technically
Did that one
work.
actually go through? Hey, all right. Make sure that it doesn't always stay like that. Okay, it goes back to flat damage.
Yeah,
All right,
it just
nice.
each time you click it like that, it's a one-time. thing.
Okay, so there's 2 of them plus the crit, and then there's 3 more to go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, and it doesn't look like the crit one went through.
Oh,
It did on D&D Beyond. It said he rolled 30 damage, but I don't see it on the roll 20.
Okay,
thing.
so 30.
Adding the damage up.
Yeah, it just said 30 damage for some reason. I didn't actually look in the
the one I
chat
saw
to see
is
how
like-
it split. Let's see, because he did roll the 4d6 plus 11. He got a 4, 4, 6, 5, and then plus the 11. Where those apply to, I'm not sure, but that's what it rolled.
There's just so much going on with this weapon. I don't know what all this stuff means.
that's 6
17
of the
it-
damages I did.
So like
Yeah,
that
six-
bottom one, it's
6 of
19
those hit.
slashing plus 18, 15 of it being thunder and 3 additional slashing.
it's supposed to be, or all the slashing is supposed to be all in one, but the way that the weapon is written, it does that extra additional.
I'm
How the
gonna
fuck are you doing 3d8? That's insane.
check
Thunder.
your sheet, Tom, real quick.
Yeah, if you could fix it for me, that'd be lovely.
Oh, I see what. Yeah. So there's an additional 1d6 added on top of it
Yeah.
instead of it being 3d6, if that's what it's supposed to be.
It's
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be three. It's supposed to be 3d6 plus 1d8 of thunder damage when it hits.
Yeah. So right now it's
doing
3d8. It's
thunder.
3d8 thunder, and an
Well,
additional
I'll take
1d6.
that.
Yeah,
But no,
and an
that's
additional
That's what I
1d6.
was looking at. I'm like, this is fucking broken. It's only supposed to be 1d8 thunder, and then the +6 is bonus to
Yeah.
attack and damage. You don't roll
It's
the
been-
an extra 1d6.
Yeah, it's been crazy trying to get all these weapons made, and there's some
Yeah.
flaws in them.
I can't edit it.
I can't figure out how to do
Yeah,
any
so
of
that
that.
plus 1d6 shouldn't be there at all, because there's just a flat 6 added on to your attack, which seems to already be there.
Yeah.
Maybe not, because you should have your proficiency bonus plus your
Yeah,
strength
I guess.
plus the 6,
Well,
and that should be more than 11.
should that be more than one?
Your
Oh,
proficiency is 4.
Not
Your
to
strength
attack.
is so
Yep.
it's 9, and then
So he should have a plus 15 to hit and a plus 9 to damage. I want to say. No,
no.
it would be a plus 15 to hit, and it would be a plus 11 to damage. That's correct.
okay, so this just is off by one.
And then you should only have the 1d8 of thunder.
How did I edit that?
So just for now, all the things that you roll, just count that
Just
last
have all those
slashing.
with you.
That last slashing is thunder. Ignore the one that says thunder. And that should work right.
No, because the thunder's 1d8 and that slashing is 1d6.
Oh, 1d6. Well, it might just be easier
I don't
for
know. Good
now.
luck. Just
It
go
just
with
might be easier for now that your weapon just does 1d6 instead of 1d8. Just because it's going to be a lot of
it. Yeah.
additional.
Can you give me permission to edit it?
No, it's if it's a homebrew weapon, it's
Well,
it's
so
whoever is the
Tier's
owner.
Vengeance is also messed up in D&D Beyond, but I put it in correctly on my D&D sheet, just like my Roll20 sheet.
Yeah, that's Tom's using D&D Beyond, so
I only use Roll20.
yeah.
For my
Just-
character call.
I would just say,
But,
just for
yeah.
ease of use, Kyle, just say that it does 1d6 for now, and then just negate what's normally running as thunder, because it's still let's be honest, it's still hitting like an effing truck.
Yeah.
And then just it'll be a little bit better next time if we can fix it, so we don't have to make this session scream to a halt trying to edit it.
Oh.
Sorry that I just noticed that earlier this week, or earlier today.
Okay.
Do you have an extra action surge? Oh my god.
All right.
This is nutty.
Yep, his gift from Zuya.
And
My
then-
lord.
Then it is a
Do you want
draw.
me to add up all that damage, or did you do it?
I did.
Okay, cool.
So-
okay.
Yeah, you guys just watched Boris unleash 7 massive strikes at this suit
What
of
does your sword
armor.
Look like is it like slashing, like almost like a
Oops, I
Like,
didn't mean to do that.
what does it look like, Tom?
What's Iron Fang look like?
No, you attack. What does Boris look
Oh.
like attacking?
What does Boris look like attacking? Boris looks like he's trying to cut this thing's head off every single time, but but deciding not to, and then just going for massive body blows because he just wants to shatter its armor. Boris, you see, Boris is kind of like fueled by this rage of justice, where he feels he needs to strike this thing down. It's an abomination to blacksmithing.
Roger that. So,
You're not supposed to understand. You're not supposed to read that.
All right.
so Adram's
Picture
gonna.
Boris going on this long, like, thematic speech about how important blacksmithing is, and Adram's just sitting there with, like, the old droid, Roger, Roger.
Sitting there is right. Adram's gonna pick himself back up thematically. I don't think I got knocked to the ground.
Thematically. Pick
And he's
yourself
gonna,
up thematic. I love it.
he's gonna brush himself off and like, this is getting quite tiring. And he walks back up. And he gets right up
And he
in
casts
here.
black hole on the room. Sorry.
And
no.
then I start blasting.
I started blasting. And then he is going to.
And then I use my twin casting feat on an upcasted fireball. Fuck you.
Not the twin, but yeah, I could do that. But I'm not
I
gonna.
don't think. I'm not sure if you can actually twin cast an upcasted spell in 5e. I don't think it works like that.
No,
you can't
you
use 2 feet in one. Oh shit, you
You can.
can?
Yeah.
It
That's-
costs more. It costs more sorcery points.
That's disgusting. I hate that. I love it.
So speaking of, no. So a drama's gonna brush himself off and kind of walk forward. And you're gonna see him like,
Try to jump past the bear to see the.
no. He's going to. I think you have the tokens. Do you have all 3 of my additional tokens, Kyle? Did you ever make them?
I don't have yours. You know what I mean? But I have your.
Okay, so he's going to. How beat up does this bad guy look?
Barely.
'Cause he's
His armor is
barely or barely.
barely. His armor is chipped and hacked away. There's some pretty decent burn marks on him, and that wind that's blowing up or through the center of him is seems to be like spinning around itself even faster than in the beginning.
Okay.
Barely
So-
damaged. A drum don't make me cry.
No, well, I'm just making sure I understood that right.
We've been fighting for almost an entire minute in game time. All 5 of us level 11 people barely damaged. Make me cry.
Yeah.
Make me cry.
Speaking of barely damaged, how badly hurt does my 3 companions in front of me look?
There's been yeah, Boris does have blood kind of pouring out of different areas. Zuya, most of the wounds that he had on him before are closed, and but there is a
You
new
all
one.
hear Earlier, I've got like maybe a small scratch, but
I'm
And
a
here,
bear
what?
that doesn't look very damaged.
Yeah, there's a small, there's a pretty large cut on you, but other than that, that's about it. And then,
yeah, I'm pretty good.
And here is hurting. It doesn't matter. He's
Not
gonna
Yeah.
go anyway. So, Drum is going to.
Boris and Zuya are definitely your biggest worries right now.
Actually, Zuya.
But
is-
Drum's going to reach out with his hand, and you'll see it start glowing again. And he's going to cast a twinned healing word at 2nd level
Don't heal Zuya. I'm fine.
at Hira and
Don't heal Zuya.
Boris.
Okay. I mean, out of character, he does have like an infinite amount of good berries, so.
And I have like, what am I at? 5 charges of wild shape.
Mm-hmm.
Now? Yeah.
So that is 18 points of healing to both
Mhm.
Hira and Boris. And you see that they, again, feel invigorated with my voice of authority, and it compels them to want to attack again if they wanted to with a reaction.
I want to attack.
Get got.
Real
You
quick,
think
just
Boris
because I
wants to
forget,
attack?
and for one of my other druids, do good
Fuck, I
berries
should just-
actually heal you, or do they only heal 1
1
HP?
point.
The 1
1
point
HP.
HP.
Okay, I couldn't remember. So
Yeah,
they're
it's only
essentially, they
1
can
HP.
stabilize you, but it's not a healing potion.
Right.
You use your luck feat again, Boris?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Damn.
What's the firebolt for?
That is because healing word or whatever is a bonus action. This is my cantrip attack
Okay.
for my
So both the 25 luck reroll and the 30 are going to hit, so that's going to be roll damage for you. Oh, you already did. So
Does the 23 hit?
16. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So you'll see the drum's glowing hands go, and that triggers that. And then right after it glows, the goldish looking thing, you see it turn to flame, and it just firebolt blasts him.
Okay. All right. So, as you bring your hand up to fire off your firebolt, it makes impact on the center or the center of the face, the open face guard shield or helmet that it's wearing, and knocks it clean off. And as you do, or as that happens and it goes clattering to the ground, you hear the wind outside stop. The wind inside the room stop. It's so quiet at this point, you can almost hear a pin drop. And the rest of you, or all of you, begin like kind of searching around, like looking around at this now inert suit of armor, and it soon begins.
That was making that sound.
Like almost like the suit of armor begins like crunching and breaking in on itself, and within a split or within a moment, it completely implodes into a small crushed mass of metal, and then it explodes out with a large gust of wind. The force of it is so large that it actually crumbles the walls adjacent and behind it, and the tower, this entire level of the tower is completely reduced to rubble as the five of you are rocketed out of this room, and you are now sitting maybe, or I need strength saves. That's what I need. As this explosion goes off.
So we get sucked outside.
Depending.
Yes, we get sucked off outside.
Ooh, I got a a dirty 20.
Y'all get +5s just for being around me, yeah. So everybody's over a 20. Or 20 or over.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Let's get that one for.
Wub.
Mm-hmm.
Why did that not go through, Wub?
I don't know. What did he
I
get?
rolled it on my phone. I'm smoking a cigarette at the moment.
Oh,
I got an
he got an
18 plus
18.
for 5.
Okay, so all of
It
you.
wouldn't be a plus for Wub because you're not close enough, unfortunately.
Wow, racist.
Gotta be. You gotta be within 10 feet.
When she means close enough, she means like to a friend.
Close enough at heart. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Literally.
Wub is rocketed out of this room. And Hira, Boris, and Zuya, with your weight and able to of your armor and everything, you're able to kind of steel yourself, but you're still pushed out of the bottom floor of this tower out to the outskirts of it. So you guys are now all standing scattered around the edge, and you kind of as you're pushed and forced away, you kind of sink your feet in and you avoid slipping off of the edge. What's up?
You're actually roll with the push, pop wings, and dive after Wub.
You most certainly may.
So she's as soon as she notices that not everybody is gonna be able to stay on the thing, she's just gonna let the wind push her and just like kind of make it a more controlled. And then she's gonna dive and pop wings and grab Wub.
Do you have the movement for that?
I do.
The space to like.
So just make me a general acrobatics check to see how effectively this goes through. Nice. So yeah, as you get pushed and you notice that Wub gets flown out over the cat or canyon and begins falling, you quickly turn, pop or push out your wings and then take with the wind and take off towards Wub, and you're able to catch up to him in no time. And you're able to kind of cradle or catch him in your arms and begin cradling him. And this wind is still blowing profusely around this entire area. And with the vacancy or all of you standing around, you're able to see the tower just begin to crumble and collapse around from above.
We could use a torn and a fly spell right now.
What do we do?
Would I be able to grab one other person?
With the direction that you flew,
off, right?
He did fall, but
No, Wub did. Everyone else saved, right?
Yeah, no one else actually fell.
I just mean the tower's falling, so I don't know how you guys are gonna get down from there.
I thought we were in like the basement, weren't we?
Yeah, the bottom floor.
Yeah, that's the worst place to be when a building is falling on top of you.
It's falling around you. Well, at least I think Zuya can hopefully turn into some sort of bird and carry somebody. I'm most worried about Boris.
Turn into Truckosaurus.
I have 60 feet of flying, just normal.
Yeah.
I'm mostly worried about Boris.
From his position, like
I can get Boris.
He's gonna be really heavy.
I can turn into something that can carry Boris. I have.
Okay.
It's gonna be really heavy.
He's in full plate armor and he's a big dude.
Probably weigh like
How much does my armor?
400 pounds, bro.
probably a lot.
Weighs a couple hundred.
Look at your inventory.
I can turn into a
My
griffin.
inventory, yeah. Oh my god.
Well-
I can turn into a griffin. I can carry him.
What's up?
Well, I would act quickly, friends. Hira's struggling to stay controlled, like basically hovering with
Boris,
her
What's
arm.
up, Kyle?
you are carrying 222 pounds, not to mention your actual weight.
Yeah. That Boris and
You're probably well over 400 something pounds.
Regardless, friends, I would pop Griffin and pop Wings and let's get out of here before this
Yeah.
tower collapses on us.
You were gonna say something, Kyle?
Yeah, I was trying to just figure out what you guys are gonna do. So, Zuya, yeah, you would be able to pick him up, but you would have to, you'd have to catch up to him very quickly as he's across the platform from you. However, Adram, you're able to pop your wings and kind of back away from the platform. And Boris, you are at a point where you do see the rubble falling down around you. So at this point, I do need some dexterity saves from you to prevent being crushed while you wait for Zuya to get across from you.
Do I? What's it look like behind me, too? Oh boy, this.
It is behind you is a you're sitting up on top of a large plateau, like almost like a spire. And if looking down, it is about 750 feet down.
So since this happened like right after combat, we didn't have 6 rounds of combat. So you have advantage on dexterity saving throws from haste.
Right.
Oh.
And your speed also here is doubled from haste.
Oh, nice.
It would only last, another probably 20 seconds.
That's fine. I will probably just try and get as far away from the tower as I can.
And I'm rushing to find Forrest because I'm not sure which direction he went.
Yeah, I'm
Roll-
basically I'm basically praying to Tyr and trusting that the rest of you guys get out of there because I see that you guys have it handled and I can't really do anything since I'm holding Wub, so I'm just gonna try and get us away.
He's
roll
over.
your dex save again, Tom.
Oh, okay. With advantage.
Well, just roll it again since you already rolled it once. And I'm assuming
Forrest, I went
Torin,
the
if he
wrong
was
way.
here, we're gonna pretend like he's not here. But
If he was here,
Um,
I assume a drum would grab him.
yeah, if he's not flying, then I could grab him.
Yeah. So with that save, yeah, Tom, you are able to dodge the first round of rubble. And at this point, you do see a griffin of colors that you haven't seen before, quickly flying at you and swoops underneath you as you kind of give a small jump, and it picks you up and takes you off of the spire as it continues falling. No, I don't want to act like you aren't here.
We still have to. We still have our ear thingies from Torin, so I'd be able to say that it's me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with that whole communication, I'd say we need to get to land quick because meta-wise, me and Hera's wings only last a minute.
Yeah, so I'd probably just take him directly down then. I feel
Yeah,
like we'd
like-
probably just go directly down into the canyon.
Well, we would. Yeah, like there's the.
It would
path that we
take
got
more
to
than a
there,
minute to
so
get all the way down, even with your hasted
we'd
speed.
We'd go over where the entrance is, which is on the left-hand side of this
Okay.
whole thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. We'll go back over
So
there.
just land at like the front of the drawbridge, the front of the entrance.
Like if it's obviously falling down near the drawbridge, we could go, 50, 60 feet away from the drawbridge.
Okay. So you guys are able to land over there. Go ahead and take your tokens over there.
Damn
I hear
it.
Mayo.
I'm gonna save
You're-
my point so I can just delete the Mayo voice. I can just like ban the Mayo voice every stream.
Oh, but why? It's the favorite one.
Going?
All right, so you guys landed over at the
Right there.
at the plateau. Yes. And as the smoke and rubble clears from the collapsing tower, all of you make me perception checks, please.
But I don't wanna, Granddad. I'm tired, Granddad.
Well, that's too damn bad.
We'll have a roll
A
for
21. Actually, because that's wisdom, do I double? No. We like just got outside.
I don't
wouldn't.
know what my perception is as a griffin.
It's the same as yours.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's intelligence, wisdom, and charisma stay the same when you're in animal form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I was gonna say, if I remember right, in 5e and
Yeah.
3.5, generally the only things that change is your constitution, your strength, and your dexterity when you shift.
Yeah, that's it.
Any
yeah.
physical attributes will change, but any mental ones won't.
So,
Yeah.
Zuya and Hira, as you're standing and watching, you noted. I could use a perception from Wub as well if you have.
You got
that-
It was
21.
21.
Ah, okay. Well, so, here's what you notice. Hira and Zuya, you see in the center of as the tower is collapsing and the smoke and rubble is rising into the air, you can see it almost begin to like twist and spin in the center of it, and then a large hurricane
What?
springs up in the center of it.
Hurricane Tortilla.
Oh my
Can
goodness!
we
This is
start
gonna be
running?
this is the air prince thing. Battle's not over, boys.
It spawns in the center of the very room, and let me see if I can get some lighting in there so you guys can see it, because I'm sure it's just dark in there for you.
It is.
Hurricane
think I have time
Katrina?
for
More
you
like
think I have time for a
Hurricane
bonus action?
Tortilla.
Here, let me just do this. Can you guys see whenever I do this? Can you see Torrent's token?
Oh, no.
I'm gonna say yes because everyone
You
else
can't.
said
Can
no.
you? Can you see Torrent's token?
Now I
Yes.
can, yeah.
Can you see what's in there now?
No.
Yes.
It's because our dynamic lighting is blocking it.
Ah.
I can see what's in this room because the window's probably open from my view.
The door, yeah.
I just want to reveal it. Okay, fine. Then I'll just drag it out over here so you can see it.
Bam! It's a fart cloud.
And Boris and Adram, about 150 yards behind this elemental, you see what looks like a winged creature soaring in towards your party. And Wub, you notice something dangling from its tail. And as it begins getting closer and closer, all of you are able to instantly recognize that it is
Nimbus.
a manicore.
Aw.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Nimbus-
maybe.
Nimbus went to go find Murder Face.
And is
Thomas,
hanging
no
on
way.
to the
And
tail.
hanging, or as it gets closer and closer, you're able to see a bluish and pink kobold
Oh, what?
nomming on its tail, just kind of and flying in as this manicore rushes over with it still attached to your or to its tail, and it lands in front of you, Boris. Sorry, let me. And as it lands, this tiny little kobold kind of skids to a stop and rolls, and then lands on its butt. Nimbus.
Ooh.
I mean, Potat, would you like to describe your character?
Hell yeah, man. Alright, so like you said, kinda bluish in hue. Think think like a tiny alligator almost. You know, like the small faces, long nose, big eyes. And a tail far too long for his body. Like I'm talking like his tail is probably like a little bit longer than he is. But he's going with it, you know. He's got the spirit for it. And he's a little banged up. He's got like bandages like in weird places and like not put on properly. But he tried his best, you know. They're like on his elbows and like on his shoulders, and there's like a few wrapped around his tail. Like he tried his best, but you can obviously tell he's no idea what he's doing. And he's got on like a light pink, I guess tunic shirt with just a belt of goodies on.
What
Yes.
do those goodies look like?
Potat.
What do those goodies look like?
Oh, I don't know, man. It's just goodies.
Is this the kobold that is like obsessed with potatoes and worships potatoes?
Yes, he lives.
So what happened to Nimbus?
So, just for everyone's clarification, when Miss Grave told us that she would be stepping away for a little bit for for personal issues, I assumed that meant much longer rather than just one session, and that's my fault. And as a result of that, I kind of went too heavy-handed in writing the story for while Nimbus is away. So, yeah. And I still wanted Grave to play with us, so, you know, I let her bring in a different character for the time being. I'll admit to my mistake, but, you know, that's why.
I was about to say, I
Just
hope
have
Nimbus
meet
isn't
up
gone
back
for
at
good.
us.
Nimbus did no wrong!
I killed him.
He's gone.
Hira at this moment is still tugging anybody nearby away to run.
And
'Cause, I mean,
as you begin tugging away, and just for a little bit more, with Boris hugging on Murderface, you do notice that this kobold is still kind of just like on its tail, but it doesn't.
Can we get going?
It doesn't seem to affect Murderface. Like he's just sitting here, just like kind of almost purring, if Manicores could purr. And the air elemental takes a begins spinning in the opposite direction and begins moving across the peninsula in the rubble of the Feathergale Spire towards you. And as it gets across the valley, it just seems to almost levitate across and not even notice the severe drop. And that is where, let's see, can I get a initiative roll for
Potate.
Potate or Potat? I like Potat. See, in the character sheet I wrote Potat Totes for the last name, so there you go. But anyway,
During all of this, do you think I'd be able to use a bonus action to get sorcery points back?
I'll allow it this time.
You don't have to. I'm just wondering. I can use a bonus action during my thing, but I just figured with all of this going on.
Okay. I mean, that would be your turn basically, because we're still sticking with initiative order. So that would be
my turn currently.
Yeah.
I already used a bonus action for
Well, yeah, it's
healing.
my turn.
Okay. So then
that's fine.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah. So then it would be Zuya's turn.
Okay.
You're a hippogriff now, remember?
I just thought because it kind of like ended initiative.
Well, it only ends initiative if I say it's initiative.
Okay.
DM rolls.
Well, I'm just saying because we also popped wings, and that's using like a spell and whatnot. So it's all jumbled in my head.
Let it be jumbled.
Your wings are racial abilities, not spells, you silly.
Yeah, but it takes.
Get your ass out of here.
It takes.
Yeah, see, get your ass out of here, man.
No, I'm talking to.
Let it go with the flow.
Kids,
talking to
don't overthink
Yuki.
it. Don't overthink it.
Yes.
I'm just.
All right.
The reason why I was asking is because things happened after the battle.
Right.
So I was saying if that is happening where we're doing things out of turn and using whatever, would I have time to do a bonus action? That's all.
No.
Yeah, she's got a green tail.
Looks black.
So, okay, can I technically use my bonus action to switch to bear and run up and attack?
It's a free action to drop shape,
No.
and it's a bonus to change. So yes, so you would have
I
a
would
movement
say
and
in
you're
a
attacking.
hippogriff. I don't
Well,
know.
are we not attacking it, or we run?
We are gonna attack, but it's
It's in the air.
No, it's right in front of us.
That's right in front of us.
I just feel like if we're
hovering
attacking
in the
something
air.
that can fly, it would be convenient to be able to fly.
I would rather be able to fly than be able to be on the ground right now.
Well, it's here and it's
Yes,
gonna
but we
attack
need to
us. I
attack
don't think
it,
we really have
yeah,
that option.
He can
We need
attack
to
as a
attack it.
hippogriff. But it's up to him.
Yeah, but I won't be able to attack as well as a hippogriff.
It's up to you, bud. If you want to stay or if you want to change, you have the ability to change.
Or I could, turn into a fire elemental or a water elemental, or I could turn into an elemental.
why not?
Which one should I pick, though? That's what I don't.
Well,
know.
I don't know if
Taking a little too long to make this decision.
just go flame.
I don't know which one's good against air though. That's the thing.
I don't know.
Well, then you
There's
just
only
gotta
one way
go
to
for
find
it.
out.
No.
I'm just going bear because that's what I know.
Okay.
And doing my attacks like I do. If D&D Beyond would keep up with me.
Reminds me of a time my wife asked at a restaurant a waiter, what's the type of chicken tenders? Like, is it chicken nuggets or chicken strips or whatever? And the guy explained all of it. She's like, okay, I'll have the burger. And the waiter was
Yeah.
just so confused. Like, why'd you just have me explain that if you weren't even gonna pick it?
I love your wife.
That it
Ah,
just
yes.
reminded me. It's
Excellent
like, should I
choice.
do water elemental or fire elemental? Pick whatever you want. Okay, bear it is.
Bear.
Oh, bear elemental. Aye.
So 18, 23, and 17.
All 3 hit.
Oh, oh, this is gonna be bad.
Guys, I apologize for having haste drop right when this guy happens. You don't get your extra hits.
And another. Oh, only 13. Okay, so 23, 44. Okay, that's 60, 71. Is that what I'm getting? 71?
Ah, damn it. 10, 21, 27, and 13. Yes,
Just wrote that down
71.
because
All right. So as you make your 3 strikes against it, your claws and teeth seem to kind of pass through it and tear large wisps of or tear large wisps of air off of it. Hold on.
we're punching it in the fart box. This is hilarious.
Literally.
All right. And that sends.
Magic, baby.
I feel like the air elemental goes, you hitting me in the fart box. It's very Poindexter sounding.
And then Wub's about to shoot his load all over him.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. So with that, is there anything else you would like to do, or you already used a little bit of your movement?
Yeah, no, that's it.
Okay. Did I just?
Still
Should
have
be
the dead
Hira.
guy in there.
Yeah.
You still have the dead guy in
it's
there.
Hira.
Yeah, hold on.
Question: is the tower still crumbling, or is it finished with that?
It is still crumbling. But well, it's more like the dust is still settling behind it.
Okay. I'm going to use a bonus action to Misty Step
Okay.
to the other side of it. And I'm going to attack.
Okay. $24 and 26. Nice.
Yeah, technically give us
Advantage.
Advantage, yeah.
Yeah, that's the entire reason I did that. I just forgot to click the advantage button.
Okay, that's why it was.
Yeah,
So
just
let's see if I crit just for shits and giggles.
Well, it would really only give her advantage right now because the thing is facing us.
no, it gives an advantage to both
With
targets.
everyone, yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's been like
Yeah.
that.
That's how it
What?
works.
5e just flanking and 5e just gives everybody
Also,
advantage.
it was really cool because you guys have never seen Hera do this before, but she suddenly just kind of like steps in the thin air and
I
disappears
know.
from
I
next
was
to
like,
Wub.
wait a minute, Misty Step. I'm like, that's.
Yeah, I was like,
I
what
was a
is
little
this?
It
confused.
comes with my new oath.
Oh,
So you
All
mean to
right.
tell me in Curse of Strahd, James has been messing all of us up?
As long as
Yeah,
you can
and
draw a
5e.
line, as long as you can draw a line between The character.
Well, no, I know how the flanking works. I just didn't know that in 5e it benefits everybody. I thought it was based off
Yeah.
of line of sight still,
If
like
you
in
can-
3.5.
I thought it was if you could draw a
No.
line through, which you can for literally everybody.
No, it's a straight line through. So
Straight.
it's only you and Wub at the moment, but I know, like, so for example, if Wub moves and Zuya takes a spot, then you'd still get advantage.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
only for melee though, not ranged.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you're a rogue taking
Yeah,
fucking.
unless you have like abilities or
yeah.
whatever.
But,
Because Rogue has all kinds of they don't get the like advantage, but they have all kinds of like sneak attack damage and all kinds of dumb shit.
okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where they're facing. Yeah.
Is there anything else that Hero wants to do?
Wow, 5e. I've said it before, but
I
5e.
think that's
You
all I
crazy.
can do.
Okay. So that brings us to the air elemental. And having two massive strikes go against it, it's going to wheel around and face towards you, Hira, and it will for its first strike, it's going to take one of its large hands and or spinning hands and encompass or slam it down all or on top of you. And you feel the wind pressure and the air pressure around you just kind of disappear. You feel weightless, but the air from your lungs just gets pulled away. And let's see if this actually hits the way I want it to. Yeah, 29.
That'll hit.
And so that is going to be. Let's see. Oh no, we lost
Who did we just lose?
Crowler.
Mitchell.
That's because he went out to it for a smoke, so he might be coming back in on his computer.
Right. So that's going to be 21 points of damage for the first one. And I need a Constitution saving throw as the air just gets ripped from your lungs.
You said 24 points?
Mm-hmm.
Is this just Hero or everybody nearby?
It is just Hira.
Okay.
And let's see.
Grave, that is the most adorable little kobold I've ever seen in my whole entire life.
And what is
Kobolds are adorable.
Super adorable.
so at this point, let's see. With that, you're now paralyzed as the air just completely gets ripped from your lungs. And it's going to take another strike against you. And so with it already basically holding onto you with its other hand, this one will be at advantage. And that's another 29. So 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty.
And that brings us to Wubba Lubba.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start by disengaging, and that's gonna give me.
Don't get too close to the edge, buddy.
I'm gonna back up over here, away from the edge, because I just almost fell, like 1,000 feet to my fucking death. Which
You're-
for me is like 20,000 feet.
You're welcome.
Hero will always catch you.
Yes. I meant to say it. I don't know if it went through in chat. My thing was being kind of fucky, but when you caught him, Wub was definitely like shaking and crying and holding on to you for like dear fucking life. But yeah, I disengage over here, away from the edge, towards
Mhm.
safety, also away from a giant monster.
Okay.
Wind monster of doom.
Shit, you know what? This might hinder me in the long run, but I would like to cast Fairy Fire, hopefully. But I need to measure it out because it's I haven't used it in a minute. A 20-foot cube. I don't think I have anywhere. Yeah, I cannot use it safely without hitting you guys.
You could hit me. I'll probably be fine.
Well, it's because anybody that gets hit with that, any creature that attacks that person that's highlighted has advantage. So even if the enemy hits you
Oh.
guys, he would have advantage. That's why I don't use this spell that often. Damn. So
What's up, Lala?
unable to use that. Then
Is it a 20-foot
Cube.
yeah, it's a 20-foot cube, so I've got to like be very careful with how much I measure it out.
Yeah, you should have access to the templates over on the side. So if you go into your
Well, yeah, but yeah, see, if I measure it out
He's
anyway, they're
he's
all
exactly 20
going to
foot.
be within 20 feet.
No, he's exactly 20 foot across. So if you plop it in
Well,
the middle of them,
Yeah, he's
well, yeah, but look at how I'm measuring it right now. That's still 20 feet right there.
oh yeah, okay.
That's not what I wanted. That's a
Keely and the drum
radius.
would be smacked by it, or
If-
you would be smacked by it.
Wub. If you wait until I was gonna haste Hira and Boris again, and that gives them advantage on dex throws.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what
that's
you
what I
would
was saying.
use.
I'm sure somebody's gonna have something to compensate for that. So for now,
I'm telling you, you can throw it on me. I'll
what I'm
probably be
actually
fine.
gonna do
Well, if
is
the 20-foot cube is right there, it wouldn't even hit here. It only hit Zuya.
Mm-hmm.
for now, what I'm
Zuya could
actually
just
going
take
to
a step
do is
back.
I'm going to cast a 3rd level Hail of Thorns,
Okay.
but it's not going to take effect until I hit, or if I hit, I should say.
What's the
It's
radius?
right there. The DC 15 Dexterity save.
All right.
Whoops, DCs are kind of trash for his spells. He's not a spell guy.
Is there a radius to it?
It's a 5-foot radius, so
Oh.
yeah. It's a 5-foot radius within a certain area, and I'm just targeting like the dead center of him, basically.
Perfect. And it's a DC 13 deck save?
15.
15.
Yeah, DC 15 if I hit.
Okay.
And I
And
just linked it for you.
what was the attack roll?
Let me roll that for you now, because that is a bonus action to cast that. So
Oh yeah, so you would have to attack it with an actual attack.
So
Okay,
I'm using
got it.
my action now. And
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot him.
33 hits,
33.
and then dexterity.
Dexterity save, please.
Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Nice.
So he takes half.
Yes, half as much. So, oh, it already rolled the damage. So half of 13 rounded down, 6.
Okay. All right, so 6 damage, and then
6 damage from the Hail of Thorns. Roll that. Roll my d10. Got a 7. That's gonna be, I believe that's the psychic. Yes. Oh, poison. My bad. Not what I wanted against the air guy, because I believe poison does not affect elemental. Not that my character would know this, but
all right. Okay, so that's your first strike in your bonus action.
yep. And then second strike. Oh, another 33. Bastard. That'll be 15. Roll my d10. Almost dropped it. That is a 2. Nope. 9. Radiant damage. Oh, wow. I never get that one. Cool. 4 radiant damage, 15 piercing, and then I'm going to slap him with my gathered swarm. That's 3. And you know what? just because I'm gonna tack on a Fury of the Small.
Okay, and that does that manifest as a specific type of damage, like piercing?
When you damage a creature with an attack or a spell, the creature size is larger than yours. You cause the attacker spell to deal extra damage to the creature. The extra damage equals your level. So it just says you caused the attack or spell. So I guess in this case it would be extra piercing.
Okay, so it would be 11 points down to. Okay. Ooh. All right. And so, you already did your move action. So that brings us to Mr. Boris.
All right. Boris is gonna jump on Murderface's back.
Okay.
He's been hugging him and cheerfully, cheers of joy. He's reunited with his baby boy, and he's gonna become airborne on Murderface as move action. And
Okay, so that's gonna be. All right, go ahead.
am I still able to use my Iron Fang action?
So, we'll consider this or mounting your bonus action. So you'd still have your attack action if you move within range, but I do with the amount of winds that are flying or that are being thrown around by this air elemental and your extra armor weight, or Murderface is having a little bit of a time flying, so I'll need an acrobatics check at acrobatics at disadvantage for you to see if you can get Murderface off the ground. So it's a little shaky at first, and he's not has some issues getting up. But you are able to close the distance on Murderface's back, and see with the low roll, we'll say you get one of your attack actions.
Okay. Well, what I was going to do was use the 60-foot range action of a Shatter.
Okay.
And, do the 10-foot diameter. I was going to do this.
So with this, just so you would realize this by the actual, or especially after you get up off the air, you realize that this creature is not on the ground in any way. So the bludgeoning damage from you shattering the ground underneath would have little to no effect.
I just want to shatter the actual thing itself, like create the impact within the Sun Earth mass of it.
That's not how Shatter works in 5e, I don't think.
Mm-mm. You have to shatter the ground, and it brings down a bolt of lightning to shatter the ground.
Okay, never mind. Don't want to even do that then. Well, I am mounted, I guess. I don't know why that just really good.
Shatter's
Right.
great in closed spaces too.
Do you
'Cause it can-
want to make an attack action or just remain aloft?
I didn't want to get in melee of them, but I will.
Okay.
You're Boris
You're
the
a
Butcher.
fighter. You're
Oh.
literally
Get
a
in there.
fighter. What else
Get
are
in
you
there,
gonna do?
Boris. I got you, Smalls.
How am I supposed to fight wind?
I don't know.
It's an
Leah
elemental.
and I did it.
17 is going to hit.
Like
Wow,
Genie
17
from
hits.
Aladdin. Like he's made of smoke-ish, but you could do some damage. to him.
As long as you have a magical weapon.
Yeah, of course. Iron Fang magic.
Yeah, you
The
good.
same way you fight anything else, you hit it harder than it hits you.
And
I will put the pointy end in there then.
There you go.
so jabbing the pointy end in, and you watch as the electrical energy just discharges in the center of this air elemental, and then rockets straight down towards the ground underneath Hira, and it kind of scatters, at her feet, basically.
I thought I was lifted into the air right now.
You would, yeah, you are. You're right. But it's still like at your, close to your feet.
Choked.
You know what I mean?
Almost choked.
It's still like in the direction of your feet. So that would be Boris's turn, and that brings us to Potat, who just witnessed the its tail or chew tail just fly away.
You guys kind of hear like, and then how close is this monster to Potat right now?
About 15 feet, maybe 20.
Could he possibly walk to the edge of the ledge and then just like stick his hand out to touch it?
Of course, if you wanted to.
Fuck yeah, he will. And as he goes to do that, he casts what was it?
How much does Potat weigh?
Oh, as much as a like 3 foot tall
Get another
kobold would
wubba.
weigh.
So
50 pounds.
Half a wub.
60
make
pounds.
what are you trying to do?
He's gonna press inflict wounds, but
Okay, so go ahead and roll for the inflict wounds.
Well, that's
Hold
on
on,
a
I broke my
cleric
D&D.
spell list. That's giving me some hints on who Potat is.
no, it's not. You shut your mouth, sir.
It's a brave little lizard.
You guys are fighting my dinner.
Brave? Is that the word?
Brave? Maybe. I'm so sorry. Hold on. You guys know that I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
Everything's right now.
I can do everything from your sheet if you want me to.
Wow. Get off the
What
phone.
do
We're
you
trying to play D. Rude.
Oh, at a 6th level spell?
Oh god.
Big damage. Or at least we hope.
Do you
Possibilities.
you have There we go. Now it's prepared. It wasn't prepared before.
Oh, it says it's prepared on my screen. That's real strange.
I don't trust this little gecko. Saying things are prepared but aren't.
You want here? Look,
I'm just kidding.
Would you
We're all friends here.
would you roll for it?
Trying to sell insurance. I don't trust it.
I mean, do you want me to roll it, or are you gonna roll that?
You're rolling it at 6th level?
Yep.
Okay. So touch attack. A 22 is going to hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's get some damage. 8d10. What the fuck?
Holy shit.
I told you, big damage.
Yeah, inflict wounds is dirty,
Holy
especially
crap
upcasted.
balls.
Upcasted.
Okay.
Inflict damage. Is a nice one.
46. All right. So,
For the potato god!
in comedic fashion, the little kobold just kind of saunters up and reaches into this hurricane, like kind of leaning off the ledge with its kind of toes just anchoring itself, and it reaches into the hurricane and immediately gets sucked up into the vortex of it. And as you as it's flying around in circles, you see this black green energy just kind of form inside of its hands, and he kind of just places it, and it seems to spread out of the entire elemental, and you see the wind just kind of separate into different currents in all different kind of directions, and then just slowly stop, leaving this kobold floating maybe 850 feet up into the air, and then, in the comedic cartoon fashion, looks down and just starts falling.
Do I still have my wings left?
Both of you do.
Okay.
I was gonna say, can
Is that your turn,
Forrest
Potate?
use his next
Potato?
Yeah, you guys are out of initiative order at this point. Because yes, it is dead.
Oh,
All right, so a drama's gonna
Oh,
immediately
shitballs.
dive in.
just launch forward, and depending on how quickly it's falling, he's gonna catch him in his arms. So-
You just hear him still screaming.
he-
"Ah!"
and
You
he'll
think you can beat? You think you can beat Murderface in a full-on drop?
what's his speed? Let's
Race him
look
to the
at it.
ground. I
Let's
don't
look
know.
at it. Look at Murderface's speed.
A Manicore's top speed with is 60 feet per turn fly speed. And so that's 120 feet at a full dash.
So is mine.
Yeah, so you guys are just racing.
Hera does not go to dive because she just dropped to the ground finally, be able to breathe for the first time in like a good 15 seconds.
So
Yeah.
Drum and Murderface are both going, and Drum kind of looks over and he's like, "But Boris, I have hands," and he'll scoop him right at the last second.
But Murderface is gonna grab him by. Murderface is gonna grab a hold of him by his teeth, though.
That's a little violent.
No, Hannah. This is
Potate's dead.
Like a gentle.
It's his back.
this is actually the same
I'm gonna grab
storyline, just
Potate and
way into
I'm gonna
the
do it gentle.
into the
Hello there.
campaign. So it's all the same campaign, Princes of the Apocalypse. We're just
Hello.
making a little
Nice to meet your acquaintance. And he's gonna fly back up.
Oh, it's nice to meet you too. Did you see that thing that I was showing? It's gone.
Yeah, that's actually one of our friend's companions. It's probably not best to try to eat it.
Kind of like scratches his head a little bit, and he's like,
It was really fun to chew on.
Yeah, I would probably advise against it at this moment. And he's gonna let him get to his feet as he kind of brings him there, and his wings will tuck back into his nubbins.
"Nubbins."
Because I'm assuming it's over at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Now can I use a bonus action to get my sorcerer points back?
You're not in combat, so you can. Yeah, you can. It doesn't take you a bonus action. You can just get them back after. If you guys want to take a 10-minute or a short rest here, we can do that too.
It takes a bonus action, and it's a long rest that I get them back, so it's fine. Just gonna burn a spell slot.
Okay.
No worries.
But yeah, now you guys are all kind of just chilling out on the edge of this ravine. Hera across the way, still like getting over her wheezing fit after gasping for air. The world is yours.
Is anyone looking banged up?
There's a few people looking banged up, I'm sure.
Hera is a little bit. She's on the other side of the chasm, though, from you guys.
Oh,
There's some there's some varied in sizes chew marks on Murderface's tail.
would I still have time left for my wings to get Hera and bring her over here?
Hera has wings.
Still?
Yeah, both of you guys still had them. By this point, and also, Hera, just because it says it, or this goes for you as well, Adram, just because it says it's a bonus action, if you guys are not in combat, a bonus action is, negatable.
Irrelevant.
Yeah, so you can...
Out of combat scenarios. Yeah, 5e is actually really weird with that, but out of combat scenarios, the action is kind of irrelevant.
Yeah, so you can use your bonus action again to Misty Step over there.
That's what I was going to do. Because she's going to take a little bit. I don't think she'd be able to fly over there right away. She's taking a minute to recover from having the air sucked out of her lungs.
Mm-hmm.
Drum's gonna call out. If everyone would like to gather, we could heal up a bit.
Hera's holding her throat with one hand and with the other. She kind of goes.
How far away is everyone right now? Because
Well, if we're gonna take a short if we're gonna take a short rest, we can use hit dice. Save your
No.
spells.
After a minute, Hira does Misty step back over, and she just appears between a drum and Petite. She just materializes, steps out of thin air.
Just blink, blink.
Yeah, she's Misty stepped over, and everybody just kind of goes, "What?"
So, yeah, all of you are within like 30 feet of each other at the moment.
Nice. I was gonna just do like mass cure wounds.
Hira's gonna crouch down, and she's gonna hold out her hand for a handshake and be like, "Hi, my name is Hira. Thanks."
I'm gonna like looks at your hand. Are you wearing your big suit still? Or are you wearing the dress again?
I'm wearing
The
full
dress.
armor. No, I'm wearing
Yes.
the armor.
No, we are all in our formal wear.
Wub is. I don't know about
That's how
every.
we fight.
Here's got like a boob hanging out of the side from
Oh
getting
my god.
attacked, and she's like, "Oh, my bad." Just how
gonna, like-
impractical it is.
Yeah. Potat kind of like looks at your hand, like looks at the full armor you're wearing, whips his head around, looks at the other dude wearing full armor up and down, swivels back to you, and he's like, "Who the hell are you guys?"
You know,
He
on a
doesn't-
side note,
He doesn't take the handshake.
on a side note,
No,
you
he
make it out
doesn't.
like it's like some big thing that we see here at Titty. We all bathed together.
Yeah.
We all bathed together.
I'm just saying how impractical the dress is for like combat. That if she was
We've
wearing
seen
it.
all the hot dogs and
It's
all
an
the
armor
tacos.
dress.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
But
No, you haven't.
he did not take the handshake. He very sassily put both of his hands on his hips and like squinted up at you. He's like, "Who the hell are you?"
She said her name was Hira.
Oh.
Yeah, she said
he
that-
obviously didn't know.
Yeah, she said, "Hi, my name is Hira. Thank you for your help."
You're gonna have to repeat it for him again. He's a little stupid.
Hira. And
Oh!
she starts, her hand starts lowering. But
He
she's
takes
kneeling
your
at
hand
tight.
in he takes your one hand in both of his and kind of like shakes it up and down vigorously. He's like,
Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm Potats. Very nice to meet you. Have you ever heard of my god? It's a very great god. His name is. I actually don't know what his name is, but I could call it the potato god. It's very great. It's very great indeed. Have you ever heard of him?
No, but I look forward to being enlightened.
He's amazing. Potatoes are the greatest thing ever made.
"I've got some right here," and he opens up one of his pouches, reaches in, and pulls out a spudding potato. He's like,
Just ignore the friends on top, but this, the greatest creation. You can do so many great things with it. Here, look at him.
like shoves it in your face.
Oh wow, it's very nice.
It's the greatest potato ever. It was the first potato, but don't tell anybody I told you that.
And then he like shoves it back in his bag really quick. He's like looking around. He's like,
You can't let everybody know, okay?
So
Very important.
so where are you from?
Oh, you know, from I don't really know. There's lots of trees and there's lots of me's, but not actually me's. They're my family and we all live together. It's really great. I'm a little lost.
he like looks around at everything. He's like,
I'm a lot lost.
This
Uh,
poor thing is so lost.
Would you like our help in finding your way home?
Oh, that'd be great. Can I eat the thingy on the way there? It's really nice to chew on.
What thingy?
he does like a little waddle circle, and he's like looking around for Murder Face. He's like,
Thing! It's great to chew on. It's got a really chewy tail side.
She's gonna kind of look over at Boris.
No, his tail's poisonous.
Oh!
And
Potato collapses.
no. So, Potate, you did realize, like, after nomming on it for a little bit, you did get kind of a numbing feeling in your mouth, but other than that, it just kind of was like, huh, minty.
Spicy.
And
Spicy.
Boris,
Like,
taking a look at Murderface, he's not at all, like, intimidated by this creature. He has no problems with this creature. It looks like he didn't even notice the thing, like, gnawing on its tail as it flew in back to you.
Oh man. Well, I can understand why. It's just a little kobold, and Murface is a big, strong manicore. Wow. Little guy, you can't be my friend here. He's my boy. I've raised him since he was smaller than you. Look how big he is. He would eat
He
you.
looks from the manticore to you, back to the manticore again. He looks at you again and he points at him. He's like, "That was smaller than me! That's impossible! I'm the smallest thing there is! Now fight for it! Hit him up! Hit him up!" And he like gets into like a little fighting stance.
Oh, you are quite small. You're the smallest thing I've seen in a while. I think you're even smaller than Wob, and he is quite small.
I better be the smallest thing. I worked hard for this.
On that note, yeah, how tall is Wubba Lubba?
I had it written somewhere. I'm not used to the D&D. I am 3 feet 9 inches.
Oh,
And Potat is...
3 feet straight.
Oh,
So
geez.
yeah, you see a greenish or green-skinned goblin kind of standing off to the other side of the Manicore,
Tall.
and it stands almost a head taller than you.
But that just like nods, like, yeah, man, I'm the shortest.
Well, party, what would we like to do?
Yeah, we could technically leave, but did we want to take an hour break and just relax and heal up, or do we want to get out of here?
Yeah, you would know that, with only the Manicore left, you'd still would have to take that long journey back, so after your bout, it'd probably be a decent spot to take a long rest, set up camp.
A long rest? What time is it?
At this point, it's getting towards dusk.
I might want to set up camp, take a long rest, and then start off early in the morning.
I'm sure we could all use a rest.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, setting up camp for the evening. At the end of the 4th day of the month, you
Take the first watch if nobody else wants to.
yeah,
I
if you
assume you guys all need to heal up and whatnot.
I only need 4
Here
hours.
does need to heal up, but she likes to take the first watch just because it's easier to get to just not have to take her armor off and put it back on.
Fair enough. Then
I mean, you guys can
just
take the
that watch essentially.
I mean, you guys can also just take the watch together and either roll separately or roll at advantage, one of you.
Oh, you right.
Okay.
So what do you want to do?
Hero will take first watch if Wub wants to do it with her. That might be a good idea because she doesn't have a
Yeah.
great perception.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
Oh.
just not, it's good to do it in twos anyway.
How is Hira's head, by the way?
Or what?
Her head.
I don't know,
Oh,
DM.
she probably gives pretty good head. What do you mean?
No.
Not
I'm,
what I
I'm
meant, but
no.
there's a weird way to phrase it, I guess. How is her mind games going?
They are unbeknownst to a drum.
Of games with
Okay.
me. Oh, great.
Most of
Adron would have to ask her directly.
no, what I'm saying is like what I'm trying to say is most of those things I take care of in between sessions.
Mhm.
So at this point, it seems okay. What do you want, Yuki?
I will say Hero does seem distracted, but like she's getting better at it.
For some reason, I
that
just
makes sense.
picture like old Greg inside of Hira's head.
Or friggin' Herbert the pervert. So, how's it going back there?
God!
Speaking of, when the watch turns over as she's taking off her armor to go to sleep, she will try to take a peek into Tadriel's mind. And
Okay.
she will also try and reach Tyr.
So I do need the perception check for the for the first watch. Who's I believe Wub is helming it. So Wub roll with advantage.
I believe it's a shift click.
I believe so. 26. Nice.
Almost got a nat 20.
So the as you guys, or as the two of you sit up and go through your watch, the biggest thing the two of you notice is the howling winds from this part of the valley. It's almost like, or it's blowing strong enough that the even the rubble of the tower, the larger pieces are stagnant. However, some of the smaller pieces, the pieces of gravel, are being pushed around. So that's you hear the sound of moving stone, and there's dust clouds that kind of cover the area every once in a while. And that would be towards the and nothing seems to happen. And towards
Do you
the
have a conversation with Wub? Or are they just gonna sit there in silence?
I mean, that's up to you. Stop me whenever you need to say something.
Is Wub amenable to conversation?
Yeah, of course.
Well, Hira might at some point, while they're sitting there together. She hasn't really had a lot of. I don't think she's ever been alone with Wub, to be honest. But she's gonna sit there, and after a while into the watch, she's gonna ask how the kids are doing, how the orphanage is doing, because I don't think she or anybody, or I think half the party, her included, didn't really get a chance to see the orphanage when they were in Red Large.
Oh well, the kids are doing good. I wish more of them would get adopted, but we're in a pretty
Remote.
downtrodden location, so we can
Have you
only do what's best for them.
Have you thought about moving the orphanage or opening up one in a bigger city?
I've thought about maybe opening one in Waterdeep. I noticed it's a big place, but I don't know if anyone would like me there.
Well, I don't think it matters whether they like you or not. You're doing a good thing.
His ears kind of perk up at like kind of receiving like recognition and just you really believe that?
Yeah. I'm supposed to be this paladin and stuff, but it doesn't always feel like I'm doing so much good in the world. And I've come to realize that sometimes it's, the more passive gestures that make the difference. It's not always about killing the bad guys. I'd say you do more good in this world than I ever have, if we're being honest.
Oh, I don't know about that. My teacher just always taught me, if you do anything good, you should always help people around you.
It doesn't feel like I've been helping a whole lot of people lately.
What? We've helped so many people. Imagine how many people would be hurt if we had let the Colts do whatever they wanted to do.
I know that, but I don't know. Your orphanage and Boris's misguided attempt at a gift for you kind of made me realize I never really thought about it before. How responsible I probably am for so many orphans out there.
Well, sometimes we might get mixed up and fall off the path, so to speak, but I think as long as we try to help those around us now and in the future, then we can atone for those wrongdoings.
Perhaps. I hope to try that someday. If I'm not too far gone. I don't know what's gonna happen with Tyr.
I hope that he makes it through this. I'm sorry you have to worry about all this.
Well, I think if I didn't have you guys around, I'd have lost it a long time ago.
At that, Wub, he gives you a small hug around your, like, I assume, like, sitting next to each other, he, like, gives you a small hug around your waist and just, you saved me today. Thank you.
Of course. What was I supposed to do? Let you drop? Of course, I'm sure those ears of yours probably would have broken the fall. Caught some wind, would have found you floating around half a mile away.
He gives a slight chuckle and just, I honestly thought that was the end right there.
We wouldn't let you go that easily. We've been through far too much together to just have you go out like that. If any of us are gonna die, it's gonna be very heroic.
You see a few tears fall from his eyes. You know, you guys really are my family. And he gives you another hug. This one a lot tighter.
She's gonna go quiet for a little bit, kind of patting his back, before she says, I'm sorry I've never really visited your orphanage. I'm really proud of you. And I want to support you, I don't know. I feel like if I go in there, I'm just gonna... I don't know. Who knows?
Well, I know the kids would love to meet you.
I could have made half those orphans.
No, you don't have to worry about that. I know they would love to meet you.
I don't know how great I am with kids.
Oh, you just play with them and throw a ball. They're adorable. You'd love it.
Well, maybe once things calm down.
I agree with that.
It's too bad I gave up my ability to get so big. I'm sure they would have had fun with that.
His eyes go wide as he remembers the times of seeing you go massive and just, oh, that would be so cool.
Well, I'm sure there's a spell out there that can duplicate the effect. We'll have to ask Torin or a drum.
Either way, I think Hera's great enough as she is.
And so is Wub. Never change. Just gonna pat his head like a dog.
Kind of like kicks his feet around, his ears perk up.
Remember, if anybody ever says anything bad to you, or if anybody's mean to you, you point them at me.
And you remember, if you need anybody robbed or stuck from behind, you point them to me. Or you point me at them.
Well, I mean, could always play a prank on a drum. Yeah, I think he could use the humor.
The drum stirs in his sleep.
His ears start burning.
He rolls over.
Oh, Lathander.
Yeah,
No,
now
he's
that-
not gay for a Lathander.
Now that he can finally laugh.
What dreams about Lathander?
Woo.
He is an attractive god. I would love to be able to see his holy symbol, if you will.
The drum likes women. Other than Hera.
I'm saying the DM would like to see his holy symbol. Well, bringing the first watch to a very easy and relaxing close. Who's going to take the next watch? With and it's the same deal, you know, either two of you could go at it alone, or get advantage, or just one of you.
As long as I got 4 hours, I can do whatever.
Okay, so Zuya would be one of the first to stir. Does anyone want to join Zuya on the second watch?
Doesn't really matter.
Okay, Zuya and Adram.
So
What'd you say, Boris?
I was gonna take the one right before dawn.
I feel like
Okay.
it makes sense if Boris and I take the first and last one, so we have an easier time with armor.
That's how we always do it. Yeah.
I'll go with Boris then, just so the lizard friend has time to talk to a druid friend.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so
Well,
Potat
I'll be up
and Zuya.
I'll be up for the whole time, so you don't.
Yeah.
Because I only needed the 4 hours.
And we'll so for the sake of brevity, we could say if I could get a advantage perception roll from whoever has higher perception, either Potat or Zuya, and then the 4 rising can also do a perception roll. So for the third watch, and then Hira, if you want, right before or as you let Zuya take over, with his or Zuya and Potat take over with their watch, I can get those charisma checks at disadvantage.
Both of them?
Yeah.
I have a +5 to perception.
You have one more than me then.
Okay.
So those were charisma saves. Just need charisma checks.
Oh, I thought you had me do wisdom saves last time.
You're right. So
Rolls though, F your disadvantage.
yeah, do wisdom checks then.
Just straight wisdom checks, not saves.
Mm-hmm.
You had me do saves last time.
I know.
Yeah, now that's gonna be shitty.
It's all right. It makes sense RP wise. Just go with it.
So
That's a curse.
I get a +10 for my save.
And so let me get the advantage perception roll from Zuya. Perfect. So, like I said, for the sake of brevity, your watch goes very uneventful. So you will, it's basically just you and Potat being able to communicate, and we'll get to that in just one moment. Hira, as you try to push through to Tadriel's mind, you're unable to get through. But pulling away from the connection and moving on, you do hear a slight laugh. And moving into Tyr, you are able to get a glimpse of a dark room.
Can I push through anything? Like a word or an emotion? Even if it's just for a moment?
You can give it a try.
I'd like to push through support, kind of the feeling that I'm fighting for him, and not to give up.
So as you kind of fight or push in this familial feeling, especially after your conversation with Wub, that connection and bond that you shared, that you ignited between the two of you, you remember that feeling and pushing it through. The room and the scenery doesn't change. However, there's a strong feeling of warmth radiating from inside your chest.
And then is there any way I can, like, practice shutting out Tadrio?
That we can handle outside of and also mainly because I want to think on it a little bit and what I need to make you do.
She wants to practice breaching Tadriel's mind and shutting herself off from Tadriel when she doesn't want Tadriel in her own mind.
Okay, easy enough. And so with the second watch, it's Potat and Zuya.
Yeah.
So, little one, potatoes, huh?
Yeah, potatoes are great. My God's the potato god. I don't know if you heard earlier, but he's really great, and he made this.
And again, he like reaches in, pulls out the spudding potato.
Lovely.
It's great. It's the first potato, but shh, you can't tell anybody about it.
I would never dream of such a thing.
Good.
Do
But-
you... But what?
If you find anyone that wants to learn more about the potatoes, you bring them to me.
I will do just that. Do you grow them yourself, or do you have someone that grows them for you?
Oh yeah, me and my whole family. We. No, I kind of just find them everywhere. That's why I'm pretty sure there's a god following me or something like that. I don't know where these potatoes keep coming from, but they're everywhere.
Oh. What if I taught you how to grow them?
What? You can grow a potato,
Yes.
and you're gonna teach me?
Yes.
Oh, that'd be great. Oh my god. What if I'm the potato god? Oh
Could
my
be.
god. No, I could never. Don't you say that.
And Potat, you watch as Zuya's continuing to say this, he kind of pulls a small pebble off of the ground and places it in or onto the ground and pushes some dirt over it, and you'll cast Druidcraft. And a small little potato stem just breaks up out of the ground and just
You're gonna
sits.
overload him. Be careful.
I'm gonna blow his mind.
He's gonna have a heart attack.
He's gonna have a potato gasm.
He kind of just like,
You.
and
See?
he looks around. He's like, I gotta find one. He's like, he picks up his own little pebble. He like makes a little hole in the ground, puts the pebble in, just like covers it with dirt again, and he's like, I believe. He's like got his eyes shut, just like his hands over the hole, like, come on.
Do you want to use Druidcraft again?
Oh, I totally do.
So, as Potat is like focusing and begging for another potato to form and grow, Zuya kind of just quickly does the spell again And when you open your eyes, Potat, there's another tomato spud. Or potato.
Potato.
He's gonna be like, wait, they have red ones?
A tomato, blasphemy.
And you're just like, oh my god, I'm magic!
And so,
There was a little bit of magic used involved, but I will teach you how to grow this, yes.
At the end of the second watch, after having the mind of Potat blown, is where we will end the session for the evening.
Fuck yeah.
That was amazing.
How much would I heal back over a long rest?
Everything, right?
Yeah. That's the one thing I don't like about 5e is that after a long rest you get all of your health back.
Yeah, that's insane. Like I remember like hearing them do
You
that
get all your
roll,
health,
and I'm
all
just
your
like,
hit dice,
that does not make sense.
all your
Uh-huh.
spells, you're basically reset
Mm-hmm.
to ground zero.
Yep. So that's where we'll end the session.
Great session.
Well, I really appreciate you guys coming out and enjoying this crazy ass world that we've created.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe how much damage I put out on that living man.
I can't believe how cool Hera was. I can't believe she made that acrobatics check. I thought I was gonna bomb it.
I do have to point or make note of fighters are fucking stupid.
Hey, I'm just glad I didn't get dropped another 400 feet again.
I was terrified after the air elemental came out when he was choking me that he was gonna like yeet me or something, because I didn't have wings anymore. I thought, because I thought I was just gonna die.
Yeah, you gotta stop reminding me of old things that happened in the past, Crowler, because every single time that you remind me of these things, I'm gonna make them happen again. I'm gonna make you have PTSD of falling characters.
As soon as you said that one was falling, I was like, God damn it, another 400 foot fall.
Well,
I'm not
luckily
wearing
you
plate armor this time.
Well, luckily you have two people who can fly, and another who
Right.
can change into something that can fly, and another who can cast fly.
But
I'm so happy that Murderface is back.
That was probably the best entrance for a new character ever in the
Yeah, it
history
really
of
was.
anything. By the way, I don't think anything could possibly top that.
Brought an honest tear to my face, tear to my eye. It wasn't just Boris crying.
the entrance of Murderface with Potot on its tail. Good night, Crowler.
Good night.
That was awesome.
Now you also know.
You really should have given Wub the ability to use his ears to fly, or glide at least.
No, I can't.
At least reduce fall damage by a small percent.
I can't do that.
Reduce fall speed.
It's like a 10% reduction in fall damage.
I know what I'm gonna get Wub for next Christmas. I'm gonna get him something that makes his ears into like a parachute or something. I'm gonna have to. We'll have to homebrew something. Do we celebrate Easter? Can I do it for Easter? When's his birthday? Is his birthday coming up?
Let's see. I actually have a document for all of that. Let's see. Yuki, stop licking my hand, dog. Like, why?
Well, as soon as it's possible in
knows
game,
where it's
I want to get him something that turns his ears into some kind of parachute or gliding like thing.
Boris will acquire more orphans.
They'll be like
Legally.
it'll be like Featherfall earrings or something.
Let's see. Campaign calendar. Wubba Lubba's birthday, as far as we discussed, is sometime in Flame Rule. There's no exact day, but it's in Flame Rule.
How far out is that?
That is, according to our calendar, Flame Rule is July. And Alturiak, which is what we are in, is February.
Okay. Well, I need to write a note that for Wub's birthday, I'm getting him something like that.
Just a parachute that attaches to
No, I want something
his
that
ears.
makes his ears act as some sort of like parachute or gliding.
Sounds like an easily find some cursed object.
Yeah, we're on the ending scene of it.
His ears already are huge.
There's a cloak
know,
that
just make-
does like a slow fall thing.
No, but I want it to be his ears.
That's extremely racist.
It'd be like it's this ring. It's this ring that won't come off.
That's like saying Potot's tail can spin around fast enough at like a helicopter that it gives.
Exactly.
Like Tails from Sonic.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I'll get one for Potate too.
And for the record, Kyle, I think the drum works also, not just on paper. The build that I have.
It saying it works not just on paper.
Yeah, that
Oh.
was a
Yeah.
good initial test.
Who's the one who can edit the like Tears Vengeance and Iron Fang? Is that
Me,
is it? It's you.
because I made them.
Can you screen share? And we could walk through it, or are you just gonna be able to fix it yourself?
So I'm gonna have to take the dog out here in a little bit, for a few minutes. So I'm gonna have to end the stream, and then take the dog out. But if you guys are still up, I'd like help.
All right. If you don't do it tonight, then maybe later in the week, because I do have to go to bed.
Yeah, because I got a shit ton going on this week. I am getting I do have to let Eric know I'm gonna be at work for Saturday for the beginning half because they offered me $200 just in a straight check to work 9 to 9 because they have some other company coming into the building that they need a dishwasher for, and I'm like, $200 for 12 hours to wash dishes? Fuck yeah.
On Saturdays, you're saying?
No, just this Saturday. It's not permanent.
Well, we're gonna need you.
I'll still be there. I just won't have access to Roll20.
With me not wanting to do spoopy house things without.
Well, I think here or Ryra not being there, I think is more important than Lori. I think because it's probably gonna do something.
Well, yeah,
When we
because
see
I'm the one getting love letters.
Like
for this.
yeah, haunted or whatever. So I think that's the way I interpreted his statement. Like Ryra had to be there because we're probably gonna meet the big baddie or this thing.
Whoever's been writing letters to me, we're back.
I'll still either way. I'll still be there.
Yeah.
And I wish I could give Kristen a pickle, but she's doing the doggy daycare. So
Thank you. Good night.
good night, y'all.
Oh, they all left
Yeah,
really fucking quickly, bastards.
yeah, but it's all right.
See, I stayed. I give my love freely, you fucker. You
Oh,
have to take it.
I mean, I don't have to, but I choose to.